Hey guys, so I just got a really positive response to a tool that I put on my website, which is supposed to tell you the probability of a recession over the next 12 months based on the spreads in the Treasury curve. And I didn't invent this methodology. It was actually invented by some Federal Reserve economists in 1996. So I'm just using their exact formula. And one of the people who used it emailed me and asked, "Hey, do you have anything showing how to calculate this in Excel?" And I thought, no, but that's a great idea. So I'm going to walk you through how you can calculate this probability of recession based off the Fed's formula in Excel and get the data for free. And let's just talk about really quick what is the idea behind this calculation. So basically, the Federal Reserve looked at a lot of historical data and looked at when recessions actually occurred. So if you look at like these years here, this is just time going by, and then these blue lines are when recessions occurred. And then they figured out in hindsight, if you looked at the spread between the 10-year Treasury and the 3-month T-bill, you could see that spread between the two was pretty predictive of whether a recession actually ended up occurring. And they update this and they say, hey, based on the current spreads, what's the probability of a recession? And right now they're saying it's like 18.77%. And if we go back to my website, that's just rounding, so that's a same 19%. So I'll show you. It's actually really quick and simple to do this yourself in Excel. So all you'll need to do is open up a blank workbook, and then you need to just find where in your version of Excel you can put in a new add-in. So you could go up to the top and search for add-ins, or mine, I know it's just in this home tab. I see this red box add-ins. If I click that, then I can search for the Federal Reserve add-in, which is called FRED. And this FRED data pops up and I'll just click add. So if it properly downloads, you should see this add-in pop up here titled FRED. Now we just need to source our data. So what we want to find is the current spread between the 10-month Treasury bond and the 3-month T-bill. And so I can just go to search and I'll say allow and continue. So search, and then I'll hit search FRED, and I'm gonna just type 10-year Treasury. And so 10-year Treasury minus 3 month, that's exactly what we want. So that's what they're using for their model. So let's just click that. And then we can see it's going to show us over the past like 5 years or so how this spread has changed. And basically as it becomes more negative, which means that the 3-month becomes higher than the 10-year, that's an inverted yield curve, which indicates a greater probability of recession. So then as it becomes more positive, that's more normal, a lower probability of recession, because the 10-year should, in a normal time, have a higher spread than the 3-year. So we can see right here, the name of this series is T10Y3M. So I'm just going to hit Control C on that after I highlighted it, and I'll close out of that. And I'm just going to put it right here in cell A1. I'll paste it as values so that it doesn't look so small. And then now I can just go ahead and click Get Data. So this is going to pull in the entire historical data series. So we have every point of data all the way back to 1982. So if we wanted to take a look at just what that looks like, I'm just going to highlight all with Control-Shift-Down arrow. So let me grab that, Control-Shift-Down arrow, insert, recommended charts, and I'll just grab one that looks good. So here we can see, if I insert this, that basically this spread is going up and down over time. Right now we're at this point, so we're just a little bit above zero right there. And then we can see there's been a few times throughout history where it has actually gone negative. So I'm going to get rid of this chart. Now really what we're interested in is just this final spread. So right now, today is February 6th for me. So the most recent point of data, it was yesterday. So the spread was 0.54. So I'm going to just hit Control C on that and hit Control up arrow and go all the way to the top of the sheet. So what we can call this is just the spread for now between the 10-year and the 3-month, and we'll paste it here. And what you could do, and what I'll probably do, is make this file freely available for download, and I'll make a formula that actually pulls in the most recent data point no matter what. But for now, I'm just pasting it to keep it simple. So now, based on the spread, we can calculate the recession probability. And we can do that using their methodology. So on their actual PDF, they give basically the parameter coefficients for this. And so I'll show you how we can use these, this negative 0.533 alpha and this negative 0.633 beta. So it's going to be equal to norm S dist. So this is a cumulative probability function in Excel. And then we put in that alpha, which is the initial z-score of negative 0.533. And I'll show you in a second like what this actually means, because I know it's a little bit confusing just looking at it this way. And then another parenthesis, and now we'll put that beta in there of negative 0.633 multiplied by the actual spread there. And then we can close that off. And then for cumulative, we do want to say it's a cumulative probability, cumulative distribution function. So we will say true here. And then we can just finally close that. And that gives us a recession probability that we've been seeing of that 19.08%. So what does all this even mean with these numbers here? So that what this is basically saying is that this z-score is the probability of a perfectly flat curve. So if there's no spread whatsoever. So if I were to change this spread right here to 0, this should be at that z-score level, negative 0.533, which comes out to be like 29%. So let me just try it. 0 and then there. So if there's a perfectly flat yield curve, it should be about a 29.69% probability of recession based on their model. Now, how about if I make this spread negative? Well, that should even increase the probability of recession beyond a flat curve. So I'll throw negative in front of this. And there, it's ahead of both of those numbers. So now we're getting to 42.41% probability. So, you know, this isn't like, you can't depend on this. The Fed, when they make decisions about rate cuts, isn't going to like live and die by this number, but it probably is something that they might at least look at. So I'll make this file available for free download. I'll put the link to my tool in the description and pinned comment. And thank you for watching this video, and please subscribe for more just like it.